Welcome to yet another wonderful week of Dungeons and Dungeons. We are back with the Waterdeep crew. What I thought was going to be a quick detour, definitely not, but a nice reprieve away from the nonsense in the war in the north. Last time you investigated what was going on at the Cassalanter residence and found some pretty weird stuff going on. And while that was happening, Ignatius got kidnapped by a bunch of angry Valkyries, asked for some answers, and they seemed to be okay with them so far.
They got like half answers, or half the ones they wanted, I guess.
I'd say so. I'd agree with that. From there, he returned to the group where they're like, we're not very stealthy boys. Let's go send our stealthy boys in. They went to figure out what was going on, and they were captured, except for Zeph. Zeph got away and told you guys how things didn't go down right in Chinatown. So you went and involved Blackstaff. Blackstaff figured you guys would go to a philanthropy dinner party that they were throwing that night, the Cassalanterns, to investigate what was going on and try and bail out, because both Salem and Jacques. The two of them are nowhere to be seen. Tyrion was just coming back from the bathrooms as he saw a potentially less guarded area on their way. As he returned to the table, and he expresses to all of you that he saw a place that seemed to have a weakness when you would go up the stairs into the bathroom. It's a hallway with just one guard. If you could distract that guard, you'd be able to possibly get into the villa all by yourselves and start roaming around. So you are all, at this point, inside the hall as the Cassalanterns are talking to Blackstaff. There are all sorts of the poorest people around, eating from the table and enjoying foods of just, I'd say, luscious proportions. You have fruits, vegetables, meats, all laid out in breads that most of these people are eating like they haven't eaten in weeks. And this is sort of standard policy for the poor inside Waterdeep, is they almost bulk up and wait for these free giveaways of food to try and eat as much as they can, gain their nutrition back before they're back on hard times. It's a strange ebb and flow of feast of famine mentality. A portion of Waterdeep's population experiences and lives by. So you all are there. Tarnuk, you do not have your sword. That did get confiscated.
A jerk took it away from me. I'm not happy about it. Hope I get it back somehow.
I hope so too. So
that's the sub.
You guys are free to do whatever you want at the party. It is 8 p.m. right now. It is night out. It's a warm night too, so they have all the windows open in this dining hall. It's sort of like, think about a barn with a bunch of really long tables and really nice decorations all about, and just covered with tablecloths and food all over. The music is going on, and there's a bit of revelry. People shouting and yelling and hollering and laughing. No one's really gambling or playing too many games. Kids are running around.
Oh, just in time. Let's go. Hey, Hunter.
Hello. You just missed the intro. That was it.
That's what I figured.
Oh, good.
Just time to ruin all the Woo!
Time to blow up the entire mansion. Let's go.
I mean, these are options.
Tyrion's good at that.
That's what I'm saying. He's here now.
Look at me not have to redo all those boxes. Love it. Love it.
Nice.
All I'm saying is, I have...
Oh no, he's still counting. That's not okay.
I have 8 different fireballs I can throw out.
Yes.
So when we get towards endgame boss scaling, just understand why when you're like, this seems a little bullshit.
Fire immunity.
But then that defeats his character. Then it's not fun. So then Hunter goes, okay, so I do nothing this fight. Excellent. Counterspell? Which was very helpful in War with boss fight. All right, so you're all inside the dining hall right now. You've just returned Tyrion, and you did notice that little weak spot in the guards overlook when you took your way to the bathroom, and you could see if maybe you distracted that guard. You guys could sneak your way into the house and try and find where Jacques and Salem are
Sail.
in it. Yes, where they're being kept. Blackstaff is in discussions with the Cassalanterns right now, and inside this long dining hall with all these windows open, there's guards, revelry, and happiness going on. What do you guys want to do? The world is your oyster.
Wait, are we together?
Yes,
did
the
we
whole
all
group-
walk in together?
Right, you did.
Well, we walked
But you
in.
walked in separately. That's fair. So you're all in the same dining hall, but not necessarily sitting at the same table.
Okay. So
Pardon?
we would have know where everyone is, though.
You can see where everyone is. The hall is not
Okay,
so
cool.
grand that you couldn't be like, you all saw each other before you left, and you all were like, I know you. Let's make sure we know what we look like so we don't get lost.
Yeah.
And we know who to approach if we want to try and coordinate anything. Again, it's like a long dining hall in the sense of think of a high school dance. It's just,
Gymnasium.
yeah, exactly. It's about that size, so it's not like, holy God, I can't see anybody in here. You can basically just tilt your head and you'll be able to see just about everybody.
Cool. What's going on? The surrounding area,
Sure. Right now, you have people sitting at the tables, and there's a multitude of tables. I'd say about three sections of really, really long tables going down, and it's just a lot of eating. There is some music going on in the center. At the end, you have a basic minstrel band going on, a bard playing on his lute, and the other people with large cellos backing him up in the background. A lot of string going on right now, and one drummer that's just doing like the same. I'm a drummer, man. I'm Ringo Starr. How'd I get this gig? It's the best happening back there. That's going on.
Shots fired.
Shots fired at Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr
Unnecessary.
admitted as much. I'm not saying anything he didn't say. He was just like, yeah, money's great. The banners around here are all types of golds. They look beautifully done, and there's streamers, and up top there's all these like flora that hangs above a centerpiece chandelier inside this villa that's been opened up for everybody. Everyone's focused on the food because these are mostly poor and down and out people inside Waterdeep. So they're just trying to gorge themselves, eat as much as food as possible, and try to take as much home, which isn't allowed, but they look the other way because they're trying to be charitable. The guards you can see around here, there's 3 patrolling inside this place to make sure people don't hurt each other for food. And there are gift baskets that they're given when they leave for food, so that's why they don't want you hoarding food, because they're going to give you food, but others don't care. They're going to be like, I'm going to try and take as much as I can.
Yeah.
Others are respectful of it. You can see even within the down and out community, some families having that respect and the morality of being like, only take what's given to you. Some being like, don't take more than we need, and others being like, you'll never have another opportunity for food again. You put it in your pockets. Fuck everybody. All that is playing out in front of you, and morally makes y'all think like, well, they all got points. They all have a case.
You always put some dinner rolls in your pocket.
Exactly.
Oh,
The dinner
of
rolls
course.
keep coming out hot and fresh from another door. In the back left corner is like a direct link to the kitchen. Where you guys entered, links through all the many stairways of the estate, which is massive inside Waterdeep. I'd say they're probably on like an acre of land-ish inside a city, which is ludicrous, but that's the wealth this family exudes. And outside, when you guys came in to refresh your memories, there's lots and lots of guards keeping everybody on path, in line. Here's where it's a little looser where the guards are, but they're all have a little distance and perimeter to you. And then onto the bathrooms, there's only a few guards posted in there. Most of them are on the outsides if people are trying to get towards the actual villas and houses. The houses where you go to the bathroom is just another guest house for them. I hope that's a better picture.
I'm going to, now dressed in my nicer attire,
Yep.
I'm going to make my way and kind of signal to Tellius so that both he can follow me, and I'm gonna go walk up to Ignatius with just a drink in hand like I'm making casual conversation.
All right. Tullius, you do catch this little look from.
Oh, I do.
From Tyrion.
I'm glad I didn't have to roll for it. Thank God.
Jesus. You all know your name. You're all. You also want to kill momentum fast? 1. Okay, so we just sit here at the party for 3 hours. Not everything needs a roll. You guys have a plan.
Wow, what a nice party.
So, Tyrion, you make your way over to Ignatius. Ignatius, you see Tyrion, and I believe you're new. So you, like you said, you came in your normal armors and everything. So you're just you, and Tyrion in the nicer clothes basically looks just like Tyrion now at this point. So a normal conversation's occurring between you two. Tullius, what did you look like again?
The Scotsman from Samurai Jack.
Shit, that's fucking right.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's right.
My name's Craig.
Yep. Yep. Craig's over there. Orhana in her green dress is out and about, and Charnook, looking like a ripped elf, I believe,
That's right.
is sampling the food at some of the tables right now. As you're like, focus, but also you're like, look at all the food, and you're a little pulled away from
I don't even know what that is. That's fantastic.
How are you guys enjoying the party?
Very nice.
It's quite lovely.
Any, I'll kind of lower my voice a little bit. Do either of you have any ability to track a person or an object? I just want to get an idea if we need to go upstairs or downstairs.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
The two of them hear this, and they start thinking it out loud. Ignatius just like, oh, yes, I've been to that place of the world, as he's thinking through his spell book in his head from what you've asked.
Yes.
Don't believe so.
In a whisper from Tullius. Gives you a little look in your eyes.
Clerics do get locate object.
But did this cleric take it? Because he's a different kind of cleric.
No, I wouldn't have taken that.
There you are.
That's not a very Ignatius thing to do.
Nah.
It's a very Bologna thing to do.
Like, locate objects, screw that shit.
I find them myself. I am a warrior.
I don't need to do that.
I zap things.
Exactly.
Okay, so neither of you have an ability to track right now. Okay, well, I think I have a way to kind of squeeze through, and we might be able to move around a little bit
What do you need?
outside of the party. There's a slight blind spot in their security that we might be able to get out of the party from. But we'll need to see how.
Do we need a
to figure out-
distraction?
We'll need it. Well, we'll need a bit of a distraction. We'll need to figure out which direction we're going first. We need to know it. Do we need to go upstairs to find them or downstairs?
Great question. Maybe you could schmooze some people, try to figure it out, and when the time comes, I could make a distraction. Harmless distraction.
I would be very careful if you're asking questions. You don't want to draw suspicion.
I'll put my arm around Tyrion and clap him on the shoulder and be like, I think he can handle it.
Give me a deception check for all three of you to make this casual.
And you know how when you run into an old friend or a bro,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, sort of trying to make it.
I want to see how you guys are playing this off, where you guys are all just meeting for the first time and schmoozing,
Yeah.
or if it's what?
He came up to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
24.
All right.
Dirty 20.
All right.
Yes.
Up to Ignatius to blow it.
14.
He's new. It's fine.
No, it's good. All right.
I have a +0 for deception. I rolled a 14.
So, as you guys start to draw some eyes towards you, you fit in inconspicuously. People glance at this party and they're like, there's no way a tiefling, a Scotsman, and a guy in Valkyrie armors know each other. Wow, what an awesome place where a melting pot of people can get along with that. That's just incredible.
Excellent.
Wow, Waterdeep is the place of opportunity.
Oh, that's amazing.
and you get a lot of people being like, and they say we have a race problem here. Like people are feeling great.
Oh man.
Oof.
Yeesh.
All right.
So as I do that, I'll give my good friend Tyrion some inspiration.
Awesome.
Is that a D8 or a D?
And it's a D8 until we level up, my friend.
Okay.
You know, he says it every time, like I'm supposed to give it to him or something.
I know, kind of just wander around, make some small talk with a variety of people.
Sure.
Spend like 15 minutes just bouncing around between conversations. But I want to make my way towards one of the staff type members.
Sure. There's waiters coming in and out, and some of them are waiting to take plates away. And you can see there's so many staffed here that some of them are just waiting bored as people aren't finishing their foods, or if someone tries to go and take a plate, one of them are like, no, and they're like, no, you can take as many as you want. They're like, I don't fucking believe you. Some of them think like the plate is the equivalent of keeping your seat, so that happens all the time. So there are a couple waiters, waitresses you could probably hit up and try and go for conversation with.
I will find one that looks kind of wandering like off to the side, not necessarily with any group, but just hanging out, looks kind of bored.
Definitely. Well, that's very easy to pick out at these events. These happen at least once a month. Sometimes they do them bi-weekly on rougher months, and especially in the harsher winters. So
before I make it my way towards them, I will grab a non-alcoholic drink.
Okay.
Just like a fruit punch.
You in your head, you hear Cole go, I think that was a great choice. As you walk over to the individual, you can see he's holding his arm and he has a plate, against his thighs right now. He's just sort of staring. He doesn't even see you approach as he's zoning out, just into the mist of the world.
Exciting evening, I take it.
Oh, yes, sir. It's always is at the Cassalanter residence. Do you need something?
No, just conversation. I'm wandering around. I'm newer in town. Just looking to kind of... I heard there was this event, so I showed up and I'm just kind of getting the lay of the land a little bit. And I'll offer him the non-alcoholic drink.
And you see him... I appreciate the gesture very much, but we are not allowed to drink or participate in any of the foods right now. We have our own private one in the back. The Cassalanterns are very generous, but we don't want to be taking food away from the individuals here. But I appreciate the kindness you've shown me, sir.
Very well. What can you tell me about them? I know they threw this big event, but what are the Cassalanterns like?
Oh, well, they're wonderful. They are the philanthropists of Waterdeep. You said you were new to town. You came at a perfect time to see how generous the Cassalanterns can be. I mean, all this is all on their dime. They have wealth that puts some kingdoms to shame out there inside our continent of Atul. But yeah, they're fine. They're good. They're good people, from what I've experienced. I don't see much of them, to be frank, because they're busy people. But the little I see of them, they seem very generous.
Did I detect a little hint of hesitation there?
Make an insight check.
Ooh. That is a 15.
Dungeons and Dragons, man.
Holy shit. Fucking love this game.
There's a 15.
Alright. Ryan in person is the worst shit in the world. He just makes it so much harder. He makes it better, but he also makes it so much harder. You sense that there's social barriers here, and he definitely has the social barrier of I'm being paid by them, and to talk, frankly about them is a little it's not going to be hit with just a single start of a conversation. There's
Yeah.
more. You definitely need to dig a little deeper.
I'll kind of lean in a little bit, and I was like, but is that really how you feel about them? I don't know anything about this place, but I mean, I'd rather hear the truth.
Give me a charisma check. A persuasion check is what I need.
That's what I was hoping.
It is
for.
persuasion, but it is under the category of charisma.
It is.
That is a 17.
Not too bad.
I'm also low key getting real annoyed with my rolls over here because when I'm gonna need these rolls later, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off. That's all I'm saying. You see him look around a little bit and scratch his arm. He's like, I mean, the boss is a boss. They tell us to say a lot of super duper nice things about them. And I mean, how can you debate it when you see this stuff? But like, I don't know them personally. They don't really give me that time. It's like, any of you ever chill out with, the open lord? Everyone knows the open lord's doing their best, but like, who knows if Lariel is like a dick or not? I don't know.
Make a fair point. Fair point. Do you work on the estate?
Yeah, I do. Things been a little weird lately. Some restructuring of where we can. They're doing all sorts of renovations in one of the back villas. It's been causing a bunch of ruckus and noise. The old butler here, he's as old as they come, man. He thinks there's ghosts, but all the servants know it's the kids just picking on the butler. And I don't blame them. The kids go stir crazy being around here all the time. But they're
And
the
it
little...
wasn't-
Wait, go ahead.
Oh. Thinking internally, Zeph told us it was one of the towers, not a back villa. Correct?
Zeph told you for the noise they ended up tracking down wasn't a top tower. Yes.
Okay. We can continue.
Yeah. The little lord and lady are just wonderful little balls of joy. If I can speak to the goodness, those two are pure good. So if the Cassalanterns raised them, apples can't fall too far from the tree would be my guess.
That's a very fair point. You mentioned something about weird stuff going on, renovations?
Yeah, just like, typical rich people stuff. Like, I can't even comprehend having this kind of money just to be like, I'm gonna redo an entire villa again and make it stories and stories tall, and who knows how far down it goes. It's ridiculous. I can't even... There's a whole new wine basement we're gonna have to be familiar with, and codes and all the stuff we're gonna get down through. And it's like, do you even understand library systems? Whatever their system is, we're gonna have that for wines. I mean, I didn't go to school, and I'm not gonna go to school for knowing how to alphabetize wine. Like, I think they're a little off their rocker on this one. But like,
That just sounds so convoluted.
I agree. You can see he's starting to have a little more life in him at this boring party, and he just turns to you. You're a great conversation. Has anybody ever told you that?
I've heard it once or twice.
There's. I feel like you get me, all right, and that's quick. If I could, I would take that drink if I could have. I appreciate it.
Well, I'll drink it in your name.
What was your name? As he puts his hand out to shake your hand.
I'm Roger.
Roger, nice to meet you. I'm Jafar. Make a deception
Nice
check.
to meet you.
His name's Jafar, don't trust him.
19.
19. I'm rolling 16s and 17s like it's nobody's business. You're still good. You see him. He gives you a little. Roger. Must be a.
It's a bit of a weird name for a tiefling. It was primarily from my mom's side.
Gotcha. You know, I mean, tiefling culture. I've heard some pretty interesting names, and I think you guys are pretty cool. So, right on.
Thank
Roger.
you.
Right.
Right on, Roger.
Wow.
Right on. Right.
Any cool little tidbits about the estate? Interesting secrets.
Give me another persuasion check. You're digging deep. He's got to keep him on his side.
That is gonna be
Fucking.
that one's a little
Which is rolling a
tougher.
disadvantage because Tyrion's made friends.
That one is only a 14.
Well, he only rolled a 6 and a 20 at disadvantage because you're friends now. So I'm getting furious
But
about the numbers.
that took up my inspiration.
All right. He leans in a little bit. Well, word is something strange went down last night. There was a break-in, and they were trying to steal something. Something weird's going on. They said they put him to the jails, but it doesn't sound like policy here. Typically, we don't send perpetrators to waterdeep jails until after the Lord and Lady have a talking to with them. Typically, they straighten out any perpetrators. They're pretty good about getting people back on track. I don't know. They have some magical way about them.
Really? That's an interesting policy.
Ha.
Don't trust.
Yeah, it's a. Hey, you know, if you're gonna break into one of the richest people's places in the world, you know they probably play by their own rules.
Fascinating.
And at that, you see somebody motioning over for Jafar, and he's like, "All right, Roger, I gotta go. It was great talking to you. If I see you around, I'll probably hit you up for more conversation when things die down. I think things are about to pick up with the second wave. And you see another
All
wave
right.
of people coming in, and he goes off and he starts taking dirty dishes out.
So while all that's going on, I'm just gonna kind of meander over to. I'm assuming there's like a drinks table or
Sure.
somewhere to get drinks.
Definitely.
I'll get an alcoholic drink, but something like, not like a wine or like a liquor, like just like a low alcohol beer, just
Yeah.
something I can like drink and like still be level headed.
Toward the front, which guards can keep a closer eye on too, because people get rowdy with all the alcohol, and there are limits to how much alcohol they're serving,
Sure,
and they're
sure.
also serving low alcohol content, so
Perfect.
people don't get fucked up.
Perfect, because I don't want to.
Purposely, yeah.
We're working, but I'll have
But what you see is this bar that runs about 12 feet long and is about 4 bartenders in this open bar. It's an open bar with tons of limits on it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all just dishing out ale and drinks to everybody, and they give you one of the local ales as you ask for it, and
Excellent.
it's all yours.
Thank you. You're supposed to tip here? What's
Oh, no, you don't have to tip. This is all for you people. It's all for everyone in need. We're paid very well by the Cassalanters. Thank you for the generosity, though. It's appreciated.
I just never know, but thank you for the drink.
Absolutely, good sir.
And I'll just kind of like walk around looking, admiring, and just drinking.
Yeah.
Until Tyrion comes back.
All right. Anything else from everybody?
I'm gonna kind of make my way and kind of walking around. I'm just gonna kind of do some like, just like a subtle hand motions. Actually, no. I'm gonna make my way to each person in my group individually and kind of convey, just like a brief. They usually hold people here for questioning. I'm working on finding out where.
Give me
Just like
deception.
as I'm passing by, just kind of like a little.
Yeah. I want you to give me deception check. Just one for all of them to see how well you do.
14.
14. Pretty well, but at first you don't realize a little too obvious mistake. You sort of like make a beeline from like Charnook to Orhana, and then you realize I should definitely be like talking to other people in between, and you hit your stride as you circle back to Tullius and Ignatius, knowing like you've already talked to them tonight, that you don't want to be too obvious coming back and forth with all this. As you do glance over, you did pique the interest of the Victorio Cassalanter for a second there, when you were talking to Orhana after Charnook. He has his eyes on Charnook at the moment, but you did notice the Blackstaff pull his attention back awfully quickly as she was involved him in the conversation again. You see these motions of sort of like the wife turns and looks back to him, and he's like, yes, of course, as he comes back to his conversation with the Blackstaff. So all of you do get what Tyrion has communicated with you.
Okay.
Fantastic.
From my experience in their residency, would I have any idea of like where potentially stuff might be going down?
Give me a straight intelligence check. Use your intelligence modifier if you have one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you do. Tullius is
+1. I
a
just
little something.
I had a die laying here, but it's gone. Whatever. It says 15.
15?
Yes.
You went into, when you dropped off the art, it was near one of the villas, and it was
Right.
past where you are here into an even further back corner. Quite possibly, one of the villas could have been worked on where the kids were with you, because you were surrounded by like 3 villas. It's basically a back end corner where there's like one here, and one, so like to your right and left, and one in the back corner. One of them probably could have been worked on, and there was the taller building that was on like a second level. When you came up to where the kids were, that is where it sounded like the noises were coming from. That at this point, from Zeph's stories, probably where the stuff went down was in probably that tower with that check. And what Tyrion's telling you, it's all coming together pretty well. But there's definitely a disconnect of the tower to wherever these renovations might be made. But it could be in that area.
Could I get this sense of where we would not check because of hanging out with the kids?
Yes.
Like, could I eliminate some possibilities?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Excellent question. You can eliminate one of the villas because the children ran into that and they knew they were off limits to 2 villas. One of which was the one in the back corner that they pointed out to you, and one of which was the tower that they pointed out to you.
Okay, and which one did I get a sense of like the evil dread sort of feeling from?
The tower.
Tower.
Yes.
Okay.
You got more sense of... Yeah, exactly, yes.
Okay. I'll relay that sort of information to Tyrion about how it's definitely not one of the villas and how it's either the tower or the other villa, but I'm feeling more villa because it was it felt pretty evil.
Give me a deception check. Welcome to the espionage campaign.
Yeah, I should not be doing any of
Good
this.
thing it's the 2 charisma characters.
Your
running.
boy, your
I'm
boy
just
wants
gonna
be doing
a natural 17, so that's 23.
23, easily. And
Yeah.
you come over as a Scotsman. Tyrion is at the bar chatting up somebody else that Ignatius has already left in this like beautiful dance you're all doing, making sure not to stick next to one another. And then you just like slam your hand down when the bar
I love it!
easy. He's like, here's your drink, and you're yelling and talking to a person next to you, and then you bump Tyrion and be like, it's you again, and then you're able just to slip it in there. Just all this
Yes.
information in between
nice.
shouts and talks of just like random nonsense like, I think I know one of the Masked Lord's identities. I think I've heard about this. And that's like a classic, like that's not one of those poor people like shut the fuck up. It's one of those like, my dad's a Masked Lord as well. Yeah, okay. That's a very classic thing inside Waterdeep. Sure. I'm sure I'll disappear tomorrow. So Tyrion, you know that information.
Okay. All right. I want to find. I'm gonna look around and just scan. Are there any server type people? Looks a bit more experienced, like they've been here a while, but not like one of the supervisors.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more experienced. Might know a little bit, maybe more, but looks like they're busy.
Give me an insight check. Because now you're trying to see who's been here a while, who carries themselves, and who can manage their work.
13?
It's tough to tell. Like, if I have a combat encounter tonight, it's going to be miserable, is all I'm seeing. This is upsetting. But it's tough. They all seem to be, relatively young. You're not picking up anybody. The ones you do see that might have a chance are going right back out the window into the kitchen with stuff. You're probably going to have to roll your dice. There's an older woman, an older gentleman, and 2 younger-looking individuals, all of the human race. You have 4 options, so 25% chance if you pick at random.
Does it seem like there's 1 or 2 people that are kind of more like directing?
Though those would be outside the 4 that you saw, there are about 2 more supervisors that are very much like, we are established here, and they're watching everything go down. They're all about hospitality and making sure everybody's having as good a time as possible while managing the drunks that are inevitably going to show up and the troublemakers.
I am going to take some time, relay to my party members, to kind of make their way towards the area that has a bit of a gap in the guards.
Sure.
And I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna try something risky, and I'm gonna have to get out of Dodge pretty quick afterwards.
Oh, jeez.
So we gotta get started to make a distraction.
I can start now if you want me to start now.
I just want you to get things ready over there so I can make my way over there without looking too
with
suspicious.
ease.
Give me a deception check, Tyrion, for everybody, for the whole group, of assembling them all, making sure you tell them how they should all meet over there to be inconspicuous as well.
11.
Timing is not so well on your side. Instead of spacing it out, be like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes apart per person at different timings. It's almost like clockwork. Everybody seems, of this group that have been visited by you, all go toward that area around 5 minutes after they've left being in your presence. So it's a little staggered, but some people have taken notice.
Okay. Let's see.
Sorry, we can just kill them all.
Killing is probably not a good idea. As a reminder, you can, but you're also in the city of Waterdeep, and there are laws very against
We're
We're not
killing.
on the streets.
streets.
We are off the streets. There's no rules.
Whoa. That's not how that works.
Oh, jeez. See, you
You're
know,
gonna come be like, you kept it off the streets. You're free to go.
this is when you're in person. You just take it somewhere I never see, somewhere I don't. Just a little. All right then, sure.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna send him a very brief message to Tellius and say, like, hold off for like 8 minutes.
All right.
Just kind of wander, make some conversation.
You notice, as you told him to hold off, a couple guards walk their way over and up the stairs toward where everybody congregated towards, and only one of them comes back. You guys that went over there did notice the guards. You were going over to the bathroom, and one of them was like, kind of like, come on, get in, get out, and you guys oblige, and you're going in and out, but sort of loitering, which is still okay in that area. But like out in front of the bathrooms, and they're not too inquisitive, but you caught their attention where they put one extra guard now in that hallway.
I'm just gonna be taking a really long dump.
That's fine. They got lots
I'm
of
gonna
stuff.
go back into like more of the party area and sort of mingle.
All right. Morhana and Charnook are just, in the bathrooms, loitering by,
I'm
doing their
loving the buffet, man. The buffet is fantastic.
Alright, after a bit of time, I want to make my way towards the supervisor-looking guy at a moment when he looks like he's a little bit busy.
Okay, sure. You can do that.
Where he's just not really kind of off to the side, not where he's gonna even really look me in the face.
Uh-huh.
Kind of brief conversation to be like, hey, excuse me, do you have a quick moment?
Not really. But the Cassalanters were here for service in splendor. What do you need?
I'm gonna do like a quick swipe of my necklace, and I'm gonna cast Friends on him.
All right. This is where the rolls start going away.
Hey!
You fucking kill myself.
Does that mean we're starting combat now?
No, not yet.
Notice
What's
you
the
said
saving
yes.
throw?
There is no saving throw.
Oh, what
it's
is
just for the duration. I have advantage on all charisma checks towards this creature
Gotcha.
because he regards me more friendly.
Oh, okay, that's right. Now I remember this one. So what did you say to him though? You just cast it.
I was just like, could I ask you a quick question? While he's kind of looking busy and not wanting to even really acknowledge me.
And he finally gives you a little glance. He's like, "Oh, for my good friend, I always have a second." Yeah, what do you need?
And I'm not even really looking him in the face. I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
turned to the side as like a side
And he
conversation.
almost takes that for you to allow him to do his job. He's like, "You're so thoughtful. What a good friend." As he can keep surveying everything he's doing.
Where do the Cassalanterns like to interrogate ne'er-do-wells?
Make a charisma check.
You mean
Well.
persuasion?
We're getting into it.
Just
Persuasion, correct?
What's that?
Persuasion.
Yeah.
27.
Oh my!
Well done, lad.
Good thing we have charismatic characters. Holy shit!
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh boy, that's He looks at your face again. And he's just like,
I'm still looking at him like only half
yeah,
my
and he's
face.
just- and you can tell something about him. He's just like, I would never say this. It's like, that's stuff that the Cassalanterns keep pretty private. It's out there. It's really something out there. If I knew, which I don't know, it'd probably be in one of their villas. They're always renovating a different villa, so
Oh, well,
he's
thank
still-
you for your time, and I'll just kind of walk away while he's in the middle of doing his job.
How long till that wears off?
1 minute. So
Sure.
I'm making.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
moving.
All right. So as you're making,
I'm
a
going.
beeline,
I'm looking like I gotta use the bathroom real bad.
you
Oh, the fight has begun, lads.
you run away, and you see someone as you're going out, be like, "Oh, someone's about to get the runs! I see!" Oh! He's like falling out of his chair.
I'll like stir it up and start laughing too.
All right. Give me a
Try to get like everyone to laugh.
performance check, Tullius.
Yeah. Performance.
Yep.
16.
You make a quip that doesn't land with quite everybody, and Tyrion's like, "Oh, that was a little hurtful," as he's walking out. But you get a lot of people laughing and distracted, just as the other guy's like, "Hey, wait, what the fuck?" As it's coming to him that a spell was cast on him, and he's just pissed that something like this happened. And you see him like reach into his pocket to check, and you can see he's looking for something that's not on his person at that moment.
I make my way into the bathroom. Like,
yeah,
I got
you're out. Tullius is the one that catches most of that. As you're like, did he really mean that? it hit some sort of self-conscious part of Tyrion that he didn't know existed. So that's why, as he's going to the bathroom, he's like, ha, ha.
I mean, I don't actually have to go, but I'm gonna get into a stall real quick.
Yep.
And I'm gonna like whisper into my hands, like, it's definitely one of the villas, and cast a message to each like out the door.
You can hear Tyrion whispering next to you, Ignatius, in the stall. And Charnook, where were you again?
I was at the buffet.
You're still at the buffet, eating, and you just hear it, you slow a little bit as you're being eaten. Tullius is now getting more people laughing and telling stories at this point, and everyone's just like, "Oh, this fucking guy, look at this dude, he's something else. Smells weird."
Where I come from?
Yeah, you're getting all kinds of interested people. A couple women at the back too, just kind of raising their eyebrows, and a couple like guys at the across like high school style being like, "Oh, really? Those kind of guys? Really?" That's what they're picking up. That's what you're into? Yeah, I'm a nice guy. Like a little bit of that's going on right now.
Oh God.
Cellius is the center of that.
Excellent.
So everybody is able to hear that it's in one of the villas, and it's like you've narrowed it down from Tullius to one of those two villas that they're probably being kept at.
Let's see. Yeah, because he had mentioned one of them was getting renovated pretty extensively recently.
That one was in the back corner, according to Tullius.
Okay.
I would like to attempt a magic trick.
Okay. Tell me the magic trick, and then we'll see what kind of performance check you're gonna roll.
Not really a magic trick. It's kind of just like a sleight of handy kind of performance type situation.
All right.
I'm gonna take out a bunch of platinum.
Okay.
Like maybe 10 platinum coins.
You get a lot of looks.
Yup.
For a poor philanthropy-driven festive feast. All right.
And then I'm gonna like do one of these like, oh, you see these? Where'd they go? Sort of situations.
All right.
And then do like a and presto and make like sparkles, but then as the sparkles are happening, like the coins just like flow out onto like the ground.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Thank you. 14 plus 6 is 20. Yay.
You're able to pull this off to a varying degree of excitement. People see that, and you have to balance now the horrible mosh pit you've caused, as all the poor people are now rushing you, trying to pick up the money. Guards rush in and start pulling people off one another as a fight starts to break out over the money. You notice a couple more robed figures enter into the area as well behind the bar, and you get a sense that you've gotten the attention of a lot of the Cassalanter residents right now. They are not very amused.
Oh, that sucks.
So while that's happening, I want to run away.
Okay.
Yeah,
And kind of find like hallway or something where I can kind of like look out the window and just kind of like keep an eye on the villa. It's like if a party has to like run across, so that if a guard sees them, I can like shoot the guard or something like that. Just kind of keep my distance, but also.
All right. So, as Tullius makes this distraction, I'm gonna say, give me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
As you are now making your way back up to the bathroom where the two guards are posted, hearing all this, you actually hear somebody come over to the guards and be like, There's a magic user right now putting on display just for safety precautions. We're going to pull some of our security in there. We wanted to let you guys know as they're both listening to this. Let's see what Orhana, if she can slip on by.
So that's a 21.
21. With ease, Orhana takes this moment of distraction as the two guards are being like, is he dangerous? And they're like, no, he's just throwing money at poor people. And he's just like, he should fit in fine here. As they're making their jokes, you casually walk down the hallway. They don't even notice you with your size, even though you have this beautiful dress on. It's just like they're keeping their eyes up, you know, the typical training, eyes up for any threats as you walk through some of the waiters have their hands full, and they have all these food trays above them that are basically hiding you as you're able to go underneath. And they're like, oh, excuse me. And the guards are like, yeah, go ahead. You go up the villa inside the current one you're at, and you look around for empty rooms. A couple more guards are up here. You can hear them roaming about, and you break into one of the rooms. As you go into this room, and break in, I mean like you just open up into it. It's not locked or anything. It's a modest room that doesn't seem to be used right now, a guest bedroom, but it's on the second floor, and it has a window, and you can actually now see this second floor runs up, so you can see the courtyard Tullius saw earlier, where there's the tower, the tower villa over here, and then the like 3 villas in a section, and there's some lights going on back there, and there's guards you can see stationed out there. But now you're in a darkened room that nobody's checked, and you have a clear line of sight on what Tyrion was getting at. That's one of those 2 villas.
Good. I'm just gonna do it.
All right, and Orhana, inside her dress, you see her take out her bow. Take out a string, like she's like unfolding the bow as it was like compressed as much as it could without snapping. She's stringing the bow as she's waiting. You see arrows coming out as she is turning or like converting into her like go time form. Because remember, we had all those pockets installed.
I needed pockets for something.
Exactly. There was a reason they were made that way. All right. So, what is everybody else doing at this point?
Continuing to regale.
Okay.
I'm going to send a message to Tullius that I am in the bathroom near the weaker point, and we need to find a way past these guards.
Okay. After the conclusion of my wondrous performance, I'll try to excuse myself to head to the loo.
Okay. As you walk past, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Who stops you? And you see...
I killed him. No.
Victorio put his hands on your shoulder. And
Victorio.
Cassalanter.
Oh, Jesus.
And he leans in. Quite a performance you put on there. I think it'd be best if you didn't do something so dangerous. It's interesting you come into a free buffet here for the poor, throwing platinum at everybody. I find that quite interesting as he's looking... for your disguise, by the way, are you shorter, taller, exact same size?
I think I'm still really tall. I don't think I changed my height. I think I just changed my appearance.
Okay. So he's touching you on your shoulder, and he's looking you directly in your eyes, and he's like, be best if we didn't cause such scenes.
This is a philanthropy banquet, yes.
Are you talking like that right now? Or are you
no, that's just... Sorry, that was just fine.
Okay, because I was just making sure, because that would be an eyebrow raiser.
No, sorry. I slipped into that on accident. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just double checking. Indeed, it is. But, there's easier ways than having the poor kill each other over some coin.
Sounds like security could do a better job.
You see him give you the smiles like, that they can.
confused. Can I go to the bathroom?
As long as you promise me you won't cause any more problems.
I don't see how helping the poor people is causing problems, but sure.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, jeez. Classic Victoria. With disadvantage,
Yeah.
you said persuasion?
Yeah.
It's a 20. Natural. Or, sorry, not natural, total. So charismatic.
I guess your night has to end a little shorter than normal. It's a shame you couldn't get along. And he dimension doors you, and you end up.
Does no one notice that?
No, people notice that.
Okay.
You get dimension doored outside the Cassalanter residence, and he goes, "Have a wondrous night, Mr." Right, and he dimension doors back, and you are now locked outside the villa.
That's rude.
Tullius is just sitting with his hands on his hips outside. I just see a bunch of guards just being like, used to this. You're still at the dinner table, Charnook. You see Tullius get dimension doored out, and you see some people just looking around, and you see his wife, Amelia Cassalanter, come over and be like, "Oh, just a reminder that everybody needs to play nice, otherwise we can't throw these wondrous occasions, so be good to one another or we will have to ask you to leave." And everyone's like, "Here."
Right. Well, I'm probably not gonna leave him by himself, so I'll casually make my way out. Need to get my cane anyway, so I'll take my leave for now.
All right, you go down the stairs.
Head out the door, meet up with him, grab my stuff if I can.
Yep, you go over to the magical check-in. The guards ask you, "What are you looking for?"
It was a cane when I came in, but it very well might be a sword that looks like an icicle. Very magical.
Yeah, we know that one. And they go back and they come back out and just like, "Yeah, so before we give it to you, as a reminder, no weapons are allowed on the streets or at, philanthropy banquets."
But it my persona specifically, I totally do it.
Right. Remember, no weapons are allowed at philanthropy banquets and probably a lot of other places and on the streets. So even though it might fit in, it's still against the law. But the Cassalanters are nice and we don't press charges. So go.
All right. You gentlemen have a great. I appreciate you doing your job. You're doing great.
You too, sir. You have a good night. And the guards, they're trying to help you out, but you can also see like they had this conversation a lot, and they're like, yeah, it's still a weapon. It's still a weapon. You exit outside in a different area than when Tullius was dropped off. Tullius, do you get away from the compound a little bit in the villa at all, or are you just standing in the street?
I want to try and take him down if I can.
It's gonna take you a little time because he just got dimension doored away.
That's fine.
I'll walk away a bit. Send a message.
Starts hitting your eyes as you're walking away, and you're like, "Oh fuck! It's nighttime. There's a fucking glare in my eyes at nighttime."
Okay. What the hell?
Make a perception check.
Natural 1? I can't see.
You're blind. This is blinding you.
I cannot see.
You literally get to a point where you're like, God! It's just like, and finally you hear a familiar voice of Zeph going like, Jesus, just get in the alley. Just get over here. And you have this awful blind
My
glare,
eyes.
and you're in the alleyway right now, and Zeph's like, I mean, this isn't even. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious?
That hurt. Everything's still blue.
What did you do to get thrown out?
I was trying to cause a distraction for everyone else.
Well, I guess it worked.
It worked.
Yes.
I mean, it works for sure, but I don't think anyone really made use of it.
All right. Well, I've been
Hard to tell.
my best scouting, and it's the same stuff. It seems like they tightened up the guards up at the tower from last night, and there's more guards all around the outskirts. Annoying.
Do you know where we're supposed to go?
No. I'm pretty sure none of you have communicated shit with Zeph yet, so you can bring him up to speed.
I will do that.
All right. As he hears, he's like, all right, that makes sense. Well, I know where that compound is. We didn't get a chance to check it out yet from last night because we got caught at the other tower, so if we could find a entry point in, I'm sure we could try to get into that villa.
Right, so it's definitely the villa.
Well, it's one of the two. There's the
highly
both
likely.
villas, but I'm not sure they would want to keep something that's sensitive in the same place we broke into last time. But again, don't they say all criminals return to the scene of the crime? So
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
they're
know.
setting a trap for us. At that, Zeph looks over and he's just like, trying this one more time. Charnook, a fucking glare hits you in the middle of the night. Super strange. Roll your perception check.
You want me to make a perception check?
Yeah.
All right. Natural
Go
20.
blind.
Oh my
I know
god.
exactly where it is. I've seen that light before.
As you hit the light, you can clearly see a mirror being reflected in the hands of Zeph with a light source, and you can see Tullius, and you're like, oh, great. Walks over, and you see Zeph like, easy. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
How did you not go blind?
You're still seeing the light like a crappy
Yeah,
Kodak
it's-
camera.
Have you ever had that happen? Have you ever had someone flash a camera in your eyeballs?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
just
Right in front of them?
forever.
Dude, everything's like blue, and you just see like it sucks. Anyway,
That's what's
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Cooperstown.
Right. So, are we in a fairly secluded area?
You're in a back alley, about one
Alright.
block over from the residence right now.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my disguise, just look like, some homeless guy with a hood, and I'm going to sit down in the alley, and I'm going to cast clairvoyance.
Okay.
And what this does for me is it sends out a spirit, which is an invisible sensor, and I can send it anywhere within a mile.
Okay.
I can go through walls and stuff, so I want to use the information that's been relayed between all the groups and check out both the villas that are potentially in question here, just to see what's in them.
All right.
And then if I see something interesting, I'm going to switch it, and then I won't be able to see, but I'll be able to hear.
Okay.
Wow. Where was this earlier?
There was nowhere safe to do it.
That's fair. Sit in the bathroom, just.
Oh, guys, it's really bad. Also, I forget that I have spells sometimes because I'm a barbarian.
So it's a sensor, it says, for the spell, but I'll allow the flavor of being able to use one of your ancestors. It doesn't say
Right.
you can move it in the original spell. Is there something
Let me,
specific to your class that would allow you to do what you do?
Let me read the spell.
You create an invisible sensor within a range in a location familiar.
The range is 1.
A place you have visited before or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you.
It means in close consideration, so you're right, but I'll put it, inside Villa number 1.
Well, you can't even get to the villas. So, like...
If it's within 1 mile of me, I can put it there.
Okay, so you're just going to guess. So then you're probably going to... I would imagine then you're trying to put it where Zeph told you the encounter happened. That would
Precisely.
be the... All right. So as that happens, a ghost, a spirit, a Minotaur ancestor just appears inside the area, and you can see through your ancestor inside here, unmoving. It looks around, and you see through the window, there's a skylight of sorts that has just like a moon cast onto a creature in here, and it's just completely chained and shackled up. There's chains from all edges, nails in the walls. These are all welded, and you just see this creature just moving side to side like this as it's all chained up in here. There does not appear to be any people in here. It is dark, and it's hard to make out most of the room.
Okay, so I can use that piece of information. I can relay that, and we know now that our companions are not there. That's where the creature is.
You relay it to Tellius and Zeph.
Yes.
And then Tellius could burn a spell. Why'd I freeze?
No, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, my camera just shut off.
Oh. Yeah, I'll
Look at that face for me.
cast some old sending there to my boy
right.
Tyriizzle.
Ooh.
Go ahead and inform Tyrion while I try and figure out which camera this goes to. I've been having the strangest tech issues.
My brain is not working right now. Fuck.
Please don't blue screen everything. I'm gonna wait.
Monsters in.
If there's just a monster and no people in there, I would assume friends would be elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi Tyrion, it's Tellius. Sorry for getting kicked out. Giant monster in tower. Friends probably in villa. I can probably wait. Sorry.
Recording. Okay, all good. Please don't go off again, camera.
Right.
Yes.
Easy killer. All right. You're all aware, and you all know. You all have an idea of where everybody is and where the villa is. Orhana, you now know the far villa which they're talking about right now. You have eyes on the guards in the courtyard are quite plentiful, but from your eyesight of where you're at, I'd say that's about all you can surmise. That there's just plenty of guards out there, so to go bum rushing would not be a good idea. The three of you in your alley. Ignatius is still at the dinner party. Blackstaff has sort of. Oh, yeah, you're still going to the bathroom. Nice.
me and him are stuck in the bathroom.
Yep, you two are just in there.
All right.
There's so many people going in and out, it's impossible to check. And there's so many stalls that you don't have that problem where it's like, hey, get out! You guys are okay.
Right. I'm gonna message Ignatius and be like, hey, where are you?
I'll knock twice.
I'll message again just to make it quiet. Do you have any way to distract these guards without drawing too much attention to us?
Earlier when Chelly's like, all right, it's a little bit of a trick in my head. The funniest thing I thought you could say would be like, all right, it's just a little trick. I take my sword out and I fucking stab him. It's called murder. That's the trick, Reed. Oh, Jesus.
That's the trick.
You just see Blackstaff
from
just...
the inside, put it on the outside.
I don't really have anything inconspicuous. The best thing I have is a fog cloud, but that's going to draw attention.
Who knows? Maybe it'll work.
Actually, let me see something.
Is there a window in the bathroom?
Yes.
There's always a window in the bathroom. Come on.
Just curious.
Do you leave your stall and go check on the
Figure it
window?
out.
I'll open the door to the stall. Is there anyone else in the bathroom?
Yeah. There's this constant flow of people in and out of this bathroom.
Kill
Try to
them.
like nonchalantly just kind of like peek out the window just to see what's out there.
All right, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Skills perception. No, not bad. 19.
19. You see about 5 guards outside that window, as this appears very obvious that they expect many people to be trying to sneak onto the residence through the bathroom, and that's why the majority of the guards have been positioned there and not in the hallway.
All right. Yep. Not that way.
As you give that peek and they look at you, you give them like a little like fresh air, boys, and they're just like, and you return into the bathroom. There is a guard in the bathroom, so he sees you coming back. Just
I didn't realize there was one in the bathroom.
I know, you never looked around. So he's just by the door, seeing you come back, judging you.
Judging me?
Yeah, haven't washed your hands yet.
Well, I was gonna wash my hands. You didn't give me the chance.
I know, that's why he's judging you.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
All right, you're just washing your hands slowly.
Nice and slow, like a good thorough clean. Get in between the fingers.
I'm gonna come out of my stall and wash my hands as well.
All right. Guard is losing his interest as more people are coming in and out, and you guys are washing your hands forever, and then turning into like really drying. I'm like, ugh.
I'm gonna make my way out to the hallway.
Yeah.
Is anybody loitering around nearby the hallway?
Just the 2 guards and the occasional people coming in and out.
I'm gonna stand there just like I'm waiting for somebody to get out of the bathroom.
All right, that's pretty normal too. So they pay you no mind. Ignatius, do you come out?
Yeah, I'll come out.
Ignatius comes out of the bathroom, sees you, Tyrion. The 2 of you exchange eye glances. Who knows? There's you guys don't know if you stop, keep going. Let's go. Look at each other. What's the plan?
Elliot, what if we made a distraction on the outside that made all the guards from the inside come out?
That would be quite something.
Do you think that would work? Do you think we could do that?
I could use some sort of area of effect thing that's not harmful, but I don't know how close I can get to the premises since I've been booted out.
Well, I don't know.
10. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds to make a choice, Tyrion and
So me,
and Ignatius, before things start getting weird for the guards.
So I was gonna walk out
Yeah.
and just kind of be like,
I'll look like I know him and just kind of pull him all over to me and just like have a bit of a small talk conversation.
All right, you guys get pulled over to the side. You start having a small talk conversation, and the guards are like, "Hey, the one closest on the side that Orhana went past, hey, could you just, if you wouldn't mind, carry that on in the hall right now? We're trying to keep the aisles clear so people can get into the bathrooms, if you don't mind."
Oh, sorry, no
course.
worries. And we'll make our way like around the corner.
So the way it
is it a
works,
straight hallway?
so it's a straight hallway. So it's a straight hallway. The 2 guards are on the straight hallway, and that leads right into the bathrooms. And the bathrooms come right out to stairs that go right back to the party.
Yeah.
So there's no way, like if you go out the stairs, then you're gonna have to cut across the lawns in between villas to go around the hallway in the villa. Which there's guards outside and stuff for that too.
Yeah.
So I know you're in a tough spot. It's just how what you guys.
Sonic, I could maybe disguise myself again and make a distraction, I guess. I don't know. We gotta get in though, you're right.
I was thinking, like, could you make like a big illusion? Like, I don't know, something big and noisy, like maybe a mall, or I don't know.
I can't really do anything like that. I could coerce the mob of people to do random things, though.
A real mob. Yeah.
So
We
you
could get a
guys
real
have
mob.
just exited then at this point? You and Tyrion?
Yeah.
You guys have returned then to
no,
the
that's-
area.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of people are starting to get tuckered out and they're just chilling in here and falling asleep. And it seems like the establishment's fine with this and they're okay with people literally falling asleep where they're eating. So it seems pretty homey and it's a nice warm night. No one really has a need to try and get out.
I'm just trying to make sense of the situation because you had mentioned by the bathrooms it was kind of weaker in terms of security to make our way into the lawn area.
Yes. So what happened is you guys got more guards there during the distraction, or when you messed up that roll earlier, when you were trying to get everybody to go there, people noticed, why are people meeting up over there? So they were worried that people were going to try and sneak in. So then you have both guards at both sides of the hallway. Inside that villa of that place, all you had to do is get past the one on the left, and you had a clear shot like Orhana up the stairs, and then you can literally see the entirety of where Tullius was yesterday. It's a house. And like all the houses and all the villas like border each other to a degree. They lock them into certain sections and courtyards. So this going through the house would allow you access to other parts of villas that isn't blocked off. All you had to do is get by that one guard. But it's a little harder now because you have another guard watching the guard you need to get by.
Okay. Okay.
And Orhana was able to get by because Tullius distracted both of them when they pulled more security back over when he was throwing money at people.
Steph, do you have any more? Do you have any clothes?
Yeah, I have a backup pair.
Spare.
Yeah, you're not probably going to be able to fit into them.
Right.
I'm like 5'8" or something.
Yeah, he's a whole foot shorter than me. This stinks. Zeph, do you think there might be somewhere we could get a vantage point on the premises?
I was trying to find a way in while you guys were looking around, and I just can't. Couldn't find anything. I kept running into guards. I haven't found a weak point.
I could make a distraction. I just need to be able to cast a spell without being seen.
Honestly, I don't have a way right now of getting into the compound.
That's all right. That's all right.
Except by force, but we all don't want to do
We are not doing that. Absolutely not.
We could totally do it.
We could totally do it. It would be totally really bad for the entire city. And yeah.
I mean,
So-
if they're harboring a
No,
demon,
we're not having this conversation.
but they're bad people.
We're not having this conversation. It's over. So,
I side with Thomas because he has my
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out there, and we're gonna try to cause a distraction at one of the entrances, and hopefully draw the attention of everyone at the other entrance and within the party as well. Sneak in and go from there. Yeah, worst comes to worst, I can teleport one, and so I would probably teleport myself and Charnock, as if you're a stealthy guy. You could probably sneak in during the distraction.
Okay, so is that you guys are now going back to the gate you guys entered originally, or the gate you got thrown out of, Tullius, or you appeared out of?
Are there more people at the one I got thrown out of?
No, that definitely seemed like a back end entrance. There's more people because they're still going in and out of the free philanthropy dinner.
Okay.
Have you changed your appearance?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna appear a foot shorter and just be like some common folk looking person.
Okay.
And I'll put on some spare clothes that I have over my stuff. I'm not gonna change my stuff, but like just my overall appearance, like my physique, but not my clothing or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's not like weird if people touch me.
Okay. Sure. I think it's easy enough to do because you have your bags and all that stuff. All right. So
Yeah.
the two of you approach the front gate.
So before we get to the front gate, is there any like secluded like is it like super open, or is there any sort of like sneaky cheeky beaky areas I can go in?
If you're like in the city, there's plenty, but as you're getting to the compound of the residence, it's completely
completely
open,
open.
but you're railroaded. The Cassalanterns really don't want people going where they shouldn't.
What about within the range of 90 feet?
In the sense of the Cassalantern residence,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's areas that are darkened. It's tough to see. It's like purposely blacked out the sections they don't want people going in at night, so you could take a chance. You might run into guards, you might not. You can't just dive into there. You'd have to try and teleport there too, because it's like a pathway up to where that is, and they're just guards lining the sides all the way up to make sure you go that way.
Okay, so if I go to the darkened area, I can still get a view of the outside entrance there, though?
Definitely if you're in the sense of just from the streets, because it starts from the streets where you can enter, walk right off the streets to where there's 2 guards stationed, and then a bunch of guards leading all the way up to the dining hall.
Okay, I'll dimension door to that sneaky area then.
Okay. Oh, so now you wanted to use a dimension door to get on to the Cassalantern residence.
No.
Okay, then you're still fine. You can still do that. I just want to double check.
I
Because you
just
could
want to
walk.
be...
You can just walk to that alley. You don't have to dimension door to it.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I was... Yeah.
Yeah, that's
all I want to do.
Yeah, that's fine. Then walk.
Okay, cool. Then I will walk. And not use a 4th level spell slot.
Yeah.
And I will cast...
Zeph's just following you at this point.
I'm going to cast Confusion at 4th level.
Okay.
Woo! Sow the seeds of discord.
No, we'll cast it at 5th level.
Yeah.
So essentially, it just makes a 15-foot radius sphere where everyone that's in that 15-foot radius sphere has to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
So I want to try to center it around where there's the most people.
Sure, as they're coming in, you can probably hit about another grouping of people, about 9 plus 2 guards.
Perfect.
What's your DC?
16.
Okay. One's a natural 20 and the other 2 are 15s. So 2 of them fail. They don't have modifiers. That's another natural 20. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That's a 10, so that's 2 people. 2. Those 2 fail, so that's 4 people. And then that fails, so 5 out of the 9 people.
Any guards? Not that really matters.
No, the guards did not get changed. You just have
That's
a
fine.
bunch of the people confused now in their party. You see these individuals start looking around like
Roll 5d10s.
5d10s.
Yeah.
This is a fun spell.
Yeah.
5. Are you going to tell me a condition for every one of them? So I won't...
Yeah, okay, so the 5 doesn't move or take any action.
2 4s.
Same thing.
A 3
Same thing.
and a 9.
Ugh.
9?
Yep.
Normal.
What?
So 4 of them just stand still, And
Random stock.
the other one's normal. The guards are looking like, carry on,
They're just standing
carry
there.
on.
Yep.
Excuse me, we don't want to cause a sir. And you see him trying to push this person. The person's just
Yep.
looking at him. He's like, "Are you?" And you see
So at the end of each of its turns, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. So essentially, and yeah, so essentially, as long as I'm concentrating on this, they just have to continually make the save or fail the save, and then something else random happens.
Okay.
So, is this noticeable from the outside?
One makes a save, and the other 4 don't. Seven.
A creature uses its actions to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
4, 5,
Doesn't move, and doesn't move.
and 2.
Doesn't move.
All right, so the other 3 are there. The one the guard goes up and is like, "Sir, are you?" And he turns over and he goes, "I think they might be under some sort of." He just kicks back and cold cocks him in the face, and you hear him go, "Ah!" That hits. That's a hit.
So during all that, we're gonna try to get in.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as he gets cold cocked in the face. He's like, "Ah, ah!" takes out his sword, and you see the other. He's like, "Enough! Hey, calm down." They got to make their wisdom saves again, so it's the 4. And you see the other one's like, I don't know what's going on. I just felt like I couldn't move, and the other one's like, "Hey, calm down." One more.
All right, we're gonna try to make our way in then.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're going in.
make stealth checks for the 2 of you. Zeph's gonna stay out of it. He's gonna just remain in the shadows outside. Of the 3, that is
Oh my god! Let's go. Natural 19. So
5, 3, 2,
It's a 19.
19.
5, 3, and 2. They
Yep.
don't move.
So now he's unmoving, and you see the guard as he's like, "Hey, all right, you have to leave because of what you did, you and your friends." And they're now just stone again. He's like, "Hey, get some of the casters down here." As he's talking, and you can start seeing some rumblings as you guys walk by with more people going in. You go unnoticed because of what's going on.
Yes.
Very nice.
Another one saves, and another 2 don't. That's a 10 and a 1.
A 10 is a normal person. A 1 is a creature uses all its movement to move in a random direction. To determine a direction, roll a d8 and assign a direction to each die face. So it's like a compass. So, yeah.
Yell out a random direction, Justin.
Northwest,
Now another.
south,
Now another.
southeast.
Just start sprinting southeast. You see this guy. Oh! And he starts running away. He's like, "No, run! Don't run!" The other 2, one is like, "Oh my god, my head hurts. It feels like something." And they're all shaken out of it except for 2 people now at this point. But one is now normal feeling, but he's still under the spell. As you guys walk your way up, he is now shaking it off. The other one that is sprinting away hasn't. That's a 3. I think a 3 is.
Doesn't move.
So he's sprinting away. Ah! And he stopped. And the guards are like, "What is going on?" And you can see a bunch of robed figures from earlier coming down. They're like, "What's going on?" It's like there's spells being cast right now. I mean, these people just started freaking out, and you see them looking around and making Arcana checks as you guys move in. Okay, that's a fail on him again. That's a 3, so then he's still stopped. And you see the one coming over, and one of them's like, "Oh, this is very strange." And another one goes, "I think I know exactly what this is." You guys make your way back up to the party in your new disguises. And tell
Where are the casters?
2 of them are down now way at the end of the stairs because the long walk up, like we talked about last time, they're now probably about like 300 feet away from you guys, way a ways.
Do I need another?
One more.
Are there any more in sight?
like I'd say once you get back up to the villa where the food is being held, there are multitudes of them, and you have a stealth right now of 19 until you decide to break it. But there's still from earlier when you're throwing out all the coin, there's still about 5 or 6 of those cloaked figures just out and about.
Oh, Jesus.
And you Cassalanterns, you don't see them right now. It sounds like they made their way from some of the revelry into the actual banquet, and they're talking to people inside the banquet now. No sign of Blackstaff either.
So, I'm a little bit confused. The only way to get to the village is through the hallway that leads to the bathrooms. Is there like another hallway that leads to the villas, or what's the situation here? We have to go through the courtyard, right? Where is the entrance to the courtyard?
The entrance to the courtyard is blocked off in all shape, waves, and forms because you guys are supposed to be in a different section of this place for this gathering. The Cassalanters have purposely done one of those things like in a hotel where they've purposely guided you to one location for the event center. You're not allowed to go anywhere else. So you have to find a way out of this event center if you want to try and get toward those other places. Right now, Orhana could literally hop out a window and be in the courtyard where they need to be. And I believe the other 4 of you are still stuck in the party at this point. You just got to try and make some way to get past those guards or find some other thing around you potentially to cause a distraction or get your way out of here. I have just found Waterdeep's, like, how you say Achilles heel. They are not stealthy boys.
Yeah, not even close. I could cast it again.
You could cast confusion again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord above. All right. Do you find Tyrion and Ignatius, or you just cast?
By the way, me and Ignatius, because it's down the stairs back to the party, correct?
Yes.
We're kind of. My intention was to keep them there and just kind of have a conversation at the bottom of the stairs, trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.
Yes. So back to you two. What are you two doing? Anything change, or are you guys just
literally? I'm just like brainstorming internally, like internally screaming, but having this very nice conversation external.
All right.
With Ignatius at the bottom of these stairs.
You hear Cole in your mind. He goes, "You know, I could do something."
Oh no.
Should I do something? You seem to be in a bind.
Thinking internally.
Yeah.
We need a way to get past those guards without us being noticed.
I can do that. You just owe me one.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
You guys have no idea how long I've waited for us to actually have Cole interactions with Tyrion. I mean, it's just starting now.
All right, you win this time. Help us out, please.
You got it. All right. So you guys, what are you doing? You know Cole is going to make you a distraction soon.
I'm just going to kind of slowly make my way, not really. I'm gonna hold my position for the moment and kind of wait for a sound or a signal.
You see a crow flutter by as one of the guards be like, "Ugh, stupid crow!" as it flies by, and you're like, "That didn't do anything. Just hit the guard." And what are you doing, Tellius? Because you haven't communicated with Tyrion right now. You guys don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll just cast sending and just say, made it back to the party, stealthily, with Jarnock. What next? I can make another distraction if needed.
Possibly have a way past the bathroom guards. Waiting on Cole to do something. Will advise.
With advice.
As you and Charnook are standing there, Ignatius and Tyrion are standing next to each other at the base of the stairs. You guys just outside. Orhana by the window. Zeph in the shadows on an opposing building. Victorio walks out of the dining hall, and he makes direct eye contact with both Tullius and Charnook, and you can see him frowning and very upset seeing you two right now. But as he makes that eye contact, one of the roofs of the villa explodes in a fireball.
Oh my god!
It just... and all of a sudden, you see this creature against the backlight of the fires, and it seems so large, and some demonic entity, and this thaumaturgy comes out and he goes, "Weaklings! I have come for my vengeance! I am the great!" He just shouts, and you can tell he definitely didn't have a name prepared. "I will rain down the heavens!" And you can see the casters being like, "Oh God!" And you see Victorio being like, "I will handle this. Nobody needs to leave. I will handle this." And you see his wife being like, "Yeah, I will make sure everyone stays safe." And you see, "Come to me!" And from the sky, it looks like fireballs are starting to rain down from the sky.
Oh my god.
You guys can make your move.
We're moving.
I'm gonna, hearing this noise, I'm just gonna panically run up the stairs.
The guards
to,
are running past you at this point as they're like, "Get everybody down, get to," and they're shouting orders. The hallways are basically cleared. Some panic's going on. They're like, "Get them into the dining hall. Keep people safe. Put them in the dining hall."
I'm gonna keep moving.
You guys keep down. Orhana, you just feel this shake, and you hear this nonsense, and you hear some rushing feet downstairs as going by. You do notice Tyrion as these fireballs are raining down from the sky as they hit the ground. They're not doing anything now. You get the sense that these are illusions.
I have an impression of what's going on, so I'm trying to make the most of my time.
So you're going. You're following
Same.
Tyrion. The group is now met up in the hallway. You guys are running at this point. As you guys take a turn around the corner, people are coming out of the area, the upper courtyard area, to try and take care of this issue. As you can hear, "More? You think all your gods are enough to defeat me, the great
Yes.
He says exactly the same. You know, Cole doesn't have a way with words when it comes to people's names. He's so self-centered, he never cares to think about great names, as he almost wants to use his own. He's like, no. As that's going on, Orhana, you end up seeing the group start cutting into the courtyard, and you hop your way out of the window and meet back up with them. The group is together and headed toward the villa at this point. Give me a stealth check. Are you wearing your armors, your heavy armors?
I am.
All right.
Well,
so
it's not heavy. I think it's medium.
then you're okay. I don't believe you're at disadvantage.
Heavy armor's the only one.
Yeah, so only heavy armor you'd be having disadvantage if you wore your heavy armor to the party.
I get a cloak.
So going into this courtyard area, is it generally cover of darkness with
Generally.
Torch lights?
Yes.
Of the guards?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Just quick look. I see the two different villas, correct?
Yeah, there's the tower that you guys are actually basically running past because it's at a lower level. This is the highest point where you guys are at. And the other one's in the back corner.
And that's the one that we're thinking is, at the moment, we're ruled in as one of the possible places.
Yeah.
Is it a straight shot there?
You could cut across the diagonal or go across the sides. It's a back square, and it's diagonal from you at the back of it right now, where you guys are coming up the stairs and going to the back end.
Okay. I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna say, everyone, we're moving straight forward. Grab arms. Does everybody like arms?
Yeah.
All like arms. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna just keep my eyes trained forward on a straight path, and I'm gonna cast darkness on myself.
Ooh. All right.
That's a smart guy.
As you cast darkness and you start sprinting through, the guards are ignoring you, except for one that's stationed by the back entrance that hasn't moved and has this moving blackness. And you can still hear, the heavens in the background. You see this individual being like, that's awfully strange. And he takes his spear and he starts walking toward the ball, but you've now passed everybody. You guys have crossed the courtyard. You're at the entrance to the villa, and there's just this one guard now.
No, by the way, we have no idea where we're going.
Oh, even better. So give me a
Can't see.
Tyrion with... Oh, you're right. Okay, this is even more fun now. A survival check with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Because all I want to do is run straight forward.
Yep.
But we can't see shit.
There were chairs, Tullius. You remember there were places to sit.
A 10.
A 10? Honestly?
Or wait, it's not a 9. 'Cause it was
Well,
disadvantage.
now not as great. It's a courtyard, so there's lots of open space. You knew to go straight, but because of the links of everybody, they start knocking chairs and shit over as you guys are running blind into it and causing some noise. By the time you get there, the individual's been pulled off a little bit, but when the darkness arrives, you run right into him, and he enters into the darkness with you. And as you are in there, spear out, Tyrion, that is a 14 to hit.
That does not actually hit.
So
Nice.
caught off guard as you just and there's just a guy in the spear like as you run right into the guard, and his spear just misses you. And he's like and it's darkness, right? So he can't even see.
Nobody can see anything.
So he
Nobody can see
literally
anything.
hits you. He bangs right into you. And he's like, one. Tyrion, there's a guard on you right now. You both are literally touching each other face to face as you run into the guard.
I'm going to get like right into his face, and I'm gonna say,
You're already
if
there.
you move, I'm gonna say, if you move or say anything, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Give me a intimidation check with advantage because he is in the fucking abyss.
Ooh,
Oh no.
23.
See, I'm like, oh my god. The Cassalanter said you'd never get out. I'm sorry. What? And he just goes to the ground on you and just like, please spare my life.
I want to knock him out.
You have no idea where he is in the darkness. You hear a voice, so you can try and make an attack at disadvantage. I'll give you that. You can try.
Okay.
At disadvantage. It's pure blackness.
So,
Jesus Christ.
It's an absolute disadvantage situation.
This is
yeah.
horrible.
So, 22. No, sorry, 16.
16 does not hit. He's an armored knight. So a sword goes flailing out.
Oh, no. I'm just going to punch him. My god, I'm not trying to kill him.
You're trying to punch him. All right. Tyrion, what's your armor class?
Say knock him
I'm a 15.
You hit Tyrion. Roll damage.
out.
It's a punch, so it's 4.
It's the exact same direction, so you clock Tyrion in the face.
I'm gonna kind of like feel for the door.
It's there as... I mean, did you reply to the individual who asked you to spare his life? He's waiting for a response.
Oh,
As you get clocked.
it's like, you stay right here. Don't open your eyes. Don't do anything.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. As you then move forward, and you can feel the door.
Oh, no.
Blindly feeling for the door.
Yep.
I'm gonna like lead everyone inside as this orb of darkness.
Okay. You all, as your arms are linked, that's even more hilarious actually when I think about it. So Charnuk's on the end of this chain link. And he's like, I know where the sky is. And he goes down at that, like, oh god, don't kill me, and just clocks Tyrion. Just perfect. Like, I got him, boss. This is like,
I got him.
you guys enter into the villa. The door's behind you. You lock the door, and
I'm gonna drop the darkness on because I attached it to myself
Yeah.
as like the drop it. We gotta move, guys.
All right, let's go.
You're just in a normal-looking villa. Besides renovations, it looks like there's work being done, stone being laid. Where do you want to go?
Is there an upstairs or a downstairs?
Try to detect evil or anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for that.
Detecting evil.
Yeah, is
I'm
there
gonna
anything else to it?
I'm going to use my divine sense.
Thank you. See, I want to go down the path.
Sorry.
You use your defined sense, right?
Yes.
You feel the chill of Halal coming over you, and then that warmth
That's nice.
of her overlooking. And
Thanks, Bay.
you hear, what evils lie, slumber beneath. What good allows, jumps ahead. And you're like, okay, riddle, always with the fucking riddles. And you get the sense that there's some evil ass shit below you.
And some good ass shit not below us.
Ish.
Ish.
More the evil below you is really what the sense comes out strong to. You get a big...
Right, so there's probably something very evil downstairs, so let's scour the premises and not
All right,
go
let's go
downstairs.
upstairs first.
Unless we have to.
All right. Give me investigation checks. We're going to do just... everybody do a group investigation check to search the whole house.
Yeah.
And does anybody
Oh,
want to
no.
take a particular part of the house?
20 total.
Okay.
My plan was
Well-
to try and look upstairs to see if that's where there's like a jail cells.
Sure.
I'll try this floor.
What's that?
I'll try this floor.
Okay, okay,
I want to feel up the mantle and check the secret doors.
okay. As you guys are looking around, what did Orhana and Ignatius roll?
7.
1. All right. Well, the two of you are just sort of looking out and about, and the other three of you, the whole place is just under construction. There's walls up and barriers, just trying to make sure people aren't going in the wrong places, not getting endangered. Upstairs is basically empty and unfurnished, but the planks have been laid and the floors are solid. But you guys do find stairs going downstairs. Nothing notable upstairs, no secret entrances, no secret doors.
I think we have no choice but to go down.
All right, let's move. Let's move.
Brace yourselves.
As you guys go under, you find yourself inside that wine basement that was being talked about earlier. Wine racks galore, and it seems like a normal basement. I would like you guys to make another investigation check in the basement.
That was just say, like
18.
Constitution saving throw or something. I
No.
was like, oh fuck.
And then Ragnorum shows up.
Breaks out on the floor.
18.
18,
5.
5. Ignatius is worthless right now. Who are you?
17.
17, 18. What is
22.
22 in Orhana?
21.
21. Wow. So, as you guys are looking out and about, it is Charnook and Orhana that end up finding the strangest arrangement of these wine bottles. You find that all the racks are empty except for a couple of them, and Charnook's like, well, it's not very symmetrical. So he takes it and he puts it over to try and make it symmetrical. And then Orhana looks at it and she's like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's sort of off kilter. And she pushes the rack up a little bit, and you then see a door open of the concrete just slowly goes,
Nice.
and then you see stairs going down.
Can I
Way down.
steal a bottle of wine from them?
Yes.
Excellent.
You may add a bottle of Cassalanter wine to your inventory.
Don't drink that.
Take
That's
the-
demon one.
I would take the label off.
As Ignatius says that to you in passing, are you guys going beneath into the basement?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna cast detect magic first.
Sure. As you detect magic, you get it's how many feet?
30, right?
But not up and down, right? Just in your immediate area.
It's like a circle around you.
Yeah.
A
It's a
sphere or a
30
circle?
foot sphere.
Hold on.
It says within 30 feet of you, so I would assume
That's
it's a
a sphere.
sphere of 30 around
it's
you.
a sphere around you, blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yes.
Nothing. You get the sense that all the stone walls are keeping the detect magic spell at bay from where you're at.
So
I'll
we
just-
can't
I'll just keep it
cast
going.
them,
Yeah.
but we can notice anything like in the immediate hallway.
Yes.
As you start going down, as you guys go down the stairs and down and some twists and turns down these caverns, Tullius, it starts going off. All these blue items get highlighted as it looks like lockers, basically. But everyone else can notice that he's just fine. You see golden masks all lined on the walls, just with robes, all in these different lockers without any names, and just these pentagram-looking symbols above certain.
Oh God!
I think we
They're
found,
all
I think we
Can
found
I-
a cult.
Can I take one of these robes and masks?
You can try.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, that one guard called you my lord. Maybe
I'm just gonna cast sending to Blackstaff and say, "Hey, Blackstaff, it's Tellius. We're in
where's Blackstaff?
a renovated villa." Oh, I just got a Discord message. What the?
Oh no, it's Barovian.
Oh, okay. Whew. Renovated villa. Found some cultish looking stuff. Definitely some evil afoot in the basement. We'll be taking evidence.
We'll be stopping soon. Good to know.
Okay.
Things weren't so productive with me and the Cassalanters. Lots of positioning and jockeying. I'm imagining the shitstorm is you. I don't know if she's out of words yet, so she'll send another message if she is out.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out from a distance. Be safe. Did you say cult? Wait, what did you say in the initial message? You were going.
I did say cult. Yes.
Yeah.
Cult-ish.
Cultish. Not like definitely a cult. I just like looks like weird roby cult type stuff. So cultish.
You may
Yeah.
reply to this message.
Yeah.
She just sent one back to you.
She asked me, did I say cult?
Yeah.
Gold masks, strange pentagram-esque signal, robes. Are the robes gold too?
They are red.
Red robes, black trim, whole bunch of nameless lockers.
Okay. You reply to her, and obviously you don't get another message back.
Yeah, so the guard mentioned that the Cassalanter said you would never get out. And he was like, "Spare me, my lord." So he might be referring to the demon. They probably worship it.
There's got to be something here. And
Yep.
I would say if they can dimension door, it's probably not a friendly entity.
Can I look to see if there's any like paperwork, any
Yeah, make an investigation
notes? Anything
I'm
maybe
looking to see if
describing-
there's a way further down.
check. Yeah, no, it's very clear. This is very obvious. They're not hiding
Yeah,
shit.
okay.
The hiding was the secret entrance into here. This is very much welcome to the Build-A-Bird meeting.
Oh, fuck.
8. Like
8. They seem meticulous. Everything is clean, pressed, shined. You don't hear anything in here besides Tyrion, what were you doing?
I was just kind of like moving towards the far end to like slowly keep moving forward.
Yeah, as you're moving forward, you can hear low moans, and you can hear water of some sort, the movement of water.
Great.
Guys, let's keep moving. We can grab some of this as evidence.
Yeah. I'll take a mask and a robe.
All right,
We'll toss them in the bag of holding.
Yeah, toss them in the bag.
you got it. It goes in.
Does anyone recognize these? Do they
Nope.
mean anything?
Black staff knows. We got one. Let's move.
You guys.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll move.
You guys go down the stairs, and as you turn the corner,
You die.
see a massive saint. There is a altar with this giant golden circle on it. You see a scale that is pushed way up high, and it seems to go deep into the underground and off. And you see another side to the scale that has this big chambered, I'd say almost like a bird cage, but a very large one, and it looks to be filled with something on the inside. Around this altar, it seems to be like a fountain that you would, throw coins into to wish for, but it's filled with blood. And
Oh,
you can see there's actually on the corner of this fountain I'd say a pole that goes straight up into the ceiling, and then off that pole there's all these meat hooks, and there's individuals on the meat hooks,
oh, yeah.
Crap.
one of which you recognize as Salem, who is
Oh.
currently has one through his upper torso. Think Until Dawn, remember how they go, that's what's happening right now, and he has it right
Ugh.
through, and he's looks awfully pale and out, and there's blood going out. He doesn't look good if alive.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah.
I go over to Salem.
All right.
Wait, how far away is he?
You guys are probably about 15 feet away from the altar at this point. In Salem.
Well, I'll walk carefully, keeping an eye out for like anything.
Give me a stealth and perception check. As Ignatius takes the lead as he sees Salem.
Detect magic would still be going. Do I see
Yes.
anything?
The altar, super magical.
Yeah.
You notice a magical item is laid off to the side, a couple of them actually. It seems like there's a table of belongings, and a whole bunch of belongings have been laid out that are keying as magical. It's, from this distance, you don't know what the hell the items are. And inside the room, you don't see anything else magical besides a bunch of potions. It seems like there's a cabin just filled with all sorts of magical potions.
Okay. What about divine sense as far as detecting evil?
The altar screams super evil.
Duh.
You can make a actually any of you can try and make a, I'd say anyone but Charnook or Hana. You two wouldn't make a
Would
check.
I have any knowledge?
You would have
What is it?
advantage on a religion check. You can have a
Religion
religion
check?
check, Tellius, and
21.
and Ignatius. You can have a religious check, a religion check
Okay.
to
21.
recognize the altar. It is a super evil altar. We'll get to you in a moment.
Yes.
13.
13. Okay.
My religion's +0.
Yeah. Poor Elyrus. As
Classic
he
cleric,
screams in
dude.
his,
yeah,
wherever he is.
honestly.
Classic.
I've been rolling like shit. I need to use a different dice.
Okay. So,
He's fine.
as you are moving forward, I just need to make sure. So, you go to see. What was your stealth, by the way?
3.
3. So, unstealthily, you run over. So, you're like the Harry Potter book when you read the Harry Potter book, the fourth one says Dumbledore calmly talks to Harry.
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Dumbledore said calmly. Movie.
Yeah. So then that is what actually happens. Harry Potter.
Shoves him against a wall.
Yep.
Professor,
Okay.
I didn't mean it.
I was ready to double check it.
And then my perception was a 12.
A 12. So you're focused in on Salem. Give me a medicine check as you get to Salem. As he hits Salem, you recognize his altar. It comes to you very clearly, Tullius, and Halal helps you understand what you're seeing, as this is part of your divine path of the Paladin, and you recognize this as a shrine of Asmodeus.
Oh,
The literal devil.
guys.
A natural 1, you see Salem, and he seems dead to you. You think they killed Salem.
I think we're too late.
Guys.
Yeah, you run over and check. Ignatius went ahead.
Go check it out.
All right, you can make a medicine check.
Guys.
You feel the
know
need
what
to try and
you have to
revivify.
do.
Well, actually, it wouldn't work because he's been gone so long. So
Yeah, so I was gonna try.
Tellius,
Well,
are you able to message Blackstaff?
cut. I'm out.
your DM is so
on the
happy.
medicine.
Oh, I could have planned that. Sorry.
15 on the medicine.
15. He is barely breathing. It is very tough to notice if he's breathing or not.
Guys, this is a shrine to Asmodeus.
You know Asmodeus, and you know a lot of bad about him. You know, and when you hear that, you hear Cole in your mind go, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Is that meme? The what?
Excuse me. I just wrapped up out here. Where the fuck are you?
I'm gonna run over to Ignatius. Can we do anything right in the moment with this? Kind of just like gesturing to Salem.
I'll just walk up to Salem
I'll
and
touch him and do cure wounds.
All right.
same.
Okay, you both go and heal Salem. Go ahead.
Double the cure wounds, double the power.
I want to try and break off the hook in such a way where like it would be easier to get him off because I'm assuming it's a barbed end.
Yeah.
At 4th level.
So you know what? You can, because you
I'll do it at 4th. Well,
made
if
that
you're doing
point,
4th, I'll do it at 3rd.
Zach. I'm rewarding you for being intelligent.
20
Charlie
healing.
takes out one of his swords and he cuts off the end of it, the barbed end of it, to make it easier. And just because you're so tall, you and Tellius can just lift Salem straight off it, so you don't have to go through the thing again. So it's just a once out.
As I'm doing that, he gets
Yeah.
20 healing.
20 healing. It's good to know.
Wow, that's a lot of healing.
4th level, bro.
Oh,
Salem can't die.
Blackstaff.
I mean, he can die, but it would be very bad if he
Blackstaff will
died.
kill us. Ooh,
That's true.
good
Blackstaff
roll.
will fucking kill you.
Yeah, she'll fucking kill us if he's dead.
So we're dead anyway.
It's 12.
And honestly, don't really care about jacking. Yeah, well,
I'm a little bit curious.
this is what he wanted.
23 points of healing from me.
Nice.
I'm sure he's fine.
Sure.
As you guys take him off, you see his eyes open, but smooth as ever, Salem just sort of I need you
I'm gonna
guys coming
turn-
at me.
I'm gonna turn to Ignatius. Are you able to send messages?
That's not my thing.
You see, he's like, I can stand. Oh my god, what did you give me? You guys are terrific.
Just some good healing.
Blackstaff is at the party, keeping an eye out. Can she teleport directly to one of us?
That's always within her bounds. We just need to tell her that. We gotta get Jack and they took our stuff. Oh my god.
Over there. I go.
I'm gonna direct him to the table
Yep.
to let him collect that. I'm gonna look around for Jackin.
He falls to his feet at trying to get his bearings again, and
I'll give him some more healing.
give me a perception check.
Hey, I'm gonna give him some more healing.
Okay, go for it.
How many other
I'm
people
gonna give
are
him.
hanging out?
I'm gonna give him 10 healing for my Leon.
4.
4.
They're-
Are they close to each other? Or?
Yeah, this is like a turnstile meat hook type of deal.
fuck.
Like they're just putting people up here, drain the blood out of them, put the next person on. There's an orc, a halfling, a gnome, and a human.
A 19.
A 19. As you're looking around, and what'd you roll for his healing?
I just did my lay on hands pool. So
What is that?
I just have like 15 HP I can give to people. So
Okay.
I just use 10.
Okay.
So he gets 10 more healing.
He's coming back strong now. Gets back up. Thank you, my friend. And he goes over to the table. He's like, oh, my supplies. And you see him putting all sorts of these magical items back on to him. The colors return to his face. And he picks up the sword and he goes, this is Jackin's. And he gives this look as Tyrion. As you look around to the back, you can see someone on basically an operating table of sorts. Like, in Resident Evil when they had the bat and the taxidermy going on. In the back, you see an individual with spikes through his hands. Give me a history check.
They're spikes.
They're evil spikes.
Just a 7.
A 7? Well, the good news is, do you have dark vision as well?
I do.
Dark vision, and you've seen this person before. On the back of the table, you recognize this face as, you don't remember the name, but you saw this person inside the mountain when you fought Orlith as you approached the table.
Whoa.
Huh.
Is this, what is a human?
It is a half-elf.
Sit.
Get the fuck out.
As Orhana turns the corner, you recognize Flamma.
Oh shit!
Kill that motherfucker! Kill him now!
What the fuck?
We have to save him! I know him! We have to save him!
What?
Sorry, man.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Wait, so was this the person that was operated on, or spiked to the?
To the table. The person has all these cuts and gashes all over them. They're currently unconscious.
But alive.
And they have basically spikes through their hands right now, pinning them to the table.
I'll do
I'm gonna go and just
Yep.
and try to take the spikes out.
Give me a strength check, because you're like,
I will help him.
all right, Charnook rushes over, Orhana rushes over, the group is now over this table, as Salem is coming over with the sword. So what are you healing for? And go ahead, both of you make strength checks. Tyrion and Charnook.
It's a good thing he's helping. Do you want me to go first or you?
26.
Tyrion, what'd you roll?
4.
Tyrion's like, whoa, they really put this in here. As Charnook lifts them both to the hinges, like, he's taking too long. Ah! And you rip them both out. And as you rip them both out, you see, as his hands, you can see all these scars along his arm, all throughout here. They look almost like burns.
That's so weird.
Man,
Strange.
I wonder where those burns came from.
That's just a weird looking guy.
Not as good as the last roll.
Salem, what's up with this guy?
Wait from the heel.
That is 18.
18 points. All right.
Oh yeah.
You see Salem and he raises his eyebrow and he goes, here you go, Jackin, as he hands the sword to Flamma. And he turns
What the fuck?
into Jackin in front of you as he has
I'm so many people.
his glamour back.
What?
What the
What?
fuck?
What do you mean, Jackin? That's not Jackin.
And you see him look at you and, oh, thank you for saving me. And with that, we'll end tonight's episode.
Ah, my character!